All realities give a different sense of your beingness. Therefore, all experiences within this reality serve you in that way. Take a moment. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. It only takes one moment of your time to recognize beauty. It only takes a moment of your time to live fully. Those lifestyles are created by choice. You can step out and step back in, but you cannot get away with using the excuse that there is not enough time, not when you create everything in your experience. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott. It is a perfect day to read the words of angels. I'm reading the channelings of Archangel Michael. These were delivered by Daniel Scranton and can be found in his amazing book, Channeled Wisdom from Higher Dimensional Beings, Volume 2. I read some of these channelings in a previous episode, and I would like to recommend Daniel Scranton's amazing new book, Channeling Archangel Michael, The 7 Signs of Humanity's Ascension, which is chock full of some amazing channelings. Archangel Michael is a collective of beings, very similar to the Arcturian Council. They are collectively a larger portion of Source, sharing their own wisdom in their own beautiful way. This particular channeling covers the topics of your metamorphosis, build yourselves up, you and your helpers when trouble arises, expansion, what desires do for you, accessing your energy, what you really want, taking a moment, room for growth, feeling your divinity, the dimensions within you. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. Changing from within, this is all you ever do. It is what you experience your lives as. You cannot stop change from occurring, but you can resist it or allow it. You are on a never-ending journey of expansion and growth, and you cannot experience your growth and your expansion without also experiencing change. Notice yourselves as you cling to what is familiar, not only about your surroundings and the people you associate with, but also in yourselves. You cannot be the same person from one moment to the next. It is simply not possible. So as a new person, your only real concern must be, who am I in this moment? And can I love and accept myself as I am? Who you were yesterday is irrelevant. Who you were 10 years ago is but a distant memory. There is not one of you who benefits from clinging to any idea of who you have been prior to this moment. It not only does not serve you, it brings you less to be excited about. You are changing more rapidly now than ever before, and the change that you experience is not as simple as a change in your address, your occupation, or your appearance. We're talking about a metamorphosis that will change everything, and we are asking you to trust that what you are changing into is more of what you have always known yourselves to be. You cannot possibly get lost in this process. It is your destiny, and as you change, you bring new awareness to that which you have always been. With new awareness comes new perception, and with new perception comes new reality. And with that new reality comes an even greater sense that you are complete, whole, and becoming even more than you could ever have dreamed or imagined. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. Build yourselves up. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. By appreciating the value that you give to your world, to your species, and to all that exists, you find value in what others are offering as well. You exemplify that which others can aspire to feeling for themselves. Therefore, we see no harm whatsoever in building yourselves up, bragging even. We want you all to know your value, and we want you all to experience it firsthand. We encourage you to express it without fear of being called selfish, arrogant, or narcissistic. By tooting your own horn, so to speak, you are delivering high frequencies to all who exist. You are setting the example to others of how to love oneself, how to see oneself as beautiful, as valuable, and as providing service. You all want to feel valuable, and yet you often deflect the compliments and the praise that you receive from others. And you wouldn't dare speak your own accolades publicly. And so we are suggesting that you start small. Simply acknowledge yourselves to yourselves. No one else has to be in earshot. Walk with your heads held high and believe in your value. And as you do, you will see the value that others provide. And it will be easier for you to praise them. There is an evolution that is well underway that includes every single one of you, no matter where you are today. And one of the paths to experiencing that evolution is acknowledging all the areas in yourself that are praiseworthy. All we are asking is that for a few moments you focus on yourselves through the eyes of Source. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. You and your helpers. We are here to serve and assist you. The beings that wish you the greatest joy, love, and freedom are in many ways your ancestors, and in many ways they are future versions of that which you are. You come from and to this plane of reality with a beautiful entourage of beings. You call them your guides and your angels, and they are so much more than that. They are not just beings that care about and love you. These are pieces of your very consciousness that are looking in on that which they are, that which they were, and that which they will be. It is quite a process, this evolution of yours. It is not so cut and dried. There are many paths, many avenues, but one result. And you are deciding which path, and they are watching you make those decisions and lending a hand when they can. They are not above you. They are not better than you. They have just as much to learn from you as you do from them. You are so much more of a team than you realize. You give them thanks, and you seek their counsel, but we suggest that you see them more as a team where you have your role as well, where you play your part. We suggest that you begin to see them as equals. You look at your life as a project, and you see them as contributing to the project. But you have as many answers as they do. They will come to you for advice, for suggestions, and you will be of value and of service to them. For nothing in this universe is a one-way street. So before you ask for their help, their guidance, their answers, be willing to share something with them about your experience. Begin a dialogue. Give as much of yourselves to them as they have been and will continue to give to you. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. When troubles arise, we are here to serve and assist you. When trouble arises, it does so in order to get your attention. By receiving your attention, it serves its purpose. The trouble itself, whatever form it may take, is not your enemy. It is not to be snuffed out as soon as humanly possible. You also do not need to give it your undivided attention. You do not need to become obsessed when something unwanted rears its ugly head in your lives. By allowing it to exist and giving it the appropriate amount of attention, you satisfy the need that it was always intended to provide. And then, once the attention is given, you can get on with your lives. Once you have satisfied the purpose of the creation of the trouble, it no longer needs to exist in your experience. When you recognize that the trouble has served its purpose, you relax and you release your resistance to it. And when you see it as something that has some sort of control over you, and you see it as a force, that is when your opposition to it serves to create more of it. The best thing you can do when trouble arises in your lives is to respect it, to know that it is there to serve you, and to know that you placed it there to give you something that you needed. By letting go of the need to destroy the troublesome circumstance, you make room for something else, something that is wanted, something that you might call a solution. But we call it the next wondrous creation that is also appearing to serve you. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. Expansion. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. Circumstances are what they are in your lives to give you the greatest opportunity for expansion. Looking at your lives as the opportunities that they are gives them meaning. If every challenge that arises is met with a desire to expand into something more, then suddenly everything in your life becomes a joyous experience. You have the choice to see those circumstances in your lives as mere nuisance, and you have the freedom to see them as the opportunities they are. The next time you find yourself struggling to overcome something and using your minds to do so, drop the resistance, let go of your thoughts, and feel into the expansion that the circumstance has created. You do not need to analyze and figure out what the circumstance is giving you. You do not need to know what expansion you are moving into. You just need to accept that this is the case and that in your surrender you will feel more of yourself. Becoming enlightened is not about understanding a concept. It is about literally holding more light, because you are light. And the more light you are willing to embody, the more you can see everything in your lives for exactly what it is. So we recommend that you welcome everything in with open arms, and that you decide to be free, to be more, and to allow your expansion to occur, moment by moment, circumstance by circumstance, and by surrendering into what you already are. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. What desires do for you? Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. By giving yourselves that which you desire, you are setting yourselves free. As long as you are giving your power away to that which exists outside of you, you are in bondage. Now, we love that you have desires, and we encourage you to continue seeking out those pieces of your life that you want to see and feel and touch. But when your desires consume you, that is when they do not serve you. When it becomes more important to you to obtain that which you desire than it does for you to feel free, happy, and peaceful, that is when you know that you have an unhealthy and unproductive relationship with that which you desire. Ask yourselves what you would be willing to do to have that which you desire. Your answer will tell you what your relationship to that desire really is. Now, when it comes to being and embodying that which you desire, that is something that requires you to do absolutely nothing. You already be. So there's nothing to do in order to become that which you already are. Becoming tuned to that which you desire is not about attracting it to you or manifesting it. It is about showing yourselves that you already are it, and that in the knowing of yourselves as that which you desire, you are free. You will only find enslavement where you give your power away. Reclaim your power by simply tuning into the frequency of all that you desire and lighting up your world and everything in it with the intensity of your energy. That is how you benefit from having a desire in the first place. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. Accessing your energy. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. Begin exercising your right to your own energy. Let everyone else off the hook and give yourself what is rightfully yours. There is a tendency in all of you to look around at the world outside of you and to attempt to fill yourself with energy. You do this in any number of ways. Some of you have addictions that don't even look like addictions to most of the world, but all addictions are about energy and about the use or abuse of energy. So finding your energy source is as simple as imagining that you have a valve inside of yourself and loosening the valve so that you can allow more energy to flow from within you, filling not only your physical structure, but also your energetic field. That energy that belongs to you is you. It is not separate from you. It is not something that you need to access from another realm or another dimension. You are here and now, and so is the energy that you are. But it is necessary for you to give yourselves that energy. It is a part of your evolution to recognize this and to let go of some of your outside energy sources. Some of you are doing this consciously. Others are having those sources taken away, but they are still calling the shots, just not from the level at which they operate. So you see, knowing yourselves as your higher selves will make it easier on you to access the energy that is you. But as long as you know yourselves as separate, as egoic, you will still attempt to receive that which feels and nurtures you from somewhere, something, or someone. Believe us when we say that there's more to you than meets the eye, that the source that is you is infinite, and that the valve is always there, ready and waiting to be loosed, to open the floodgates and to allow yourselves expansion from within. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. What you really want. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. Projecting yourselves into a reality enables you to experience a particular flavor of who and what you are. All realities give a different sense of your beingness. Therefore, all experiences within this reality serve you in that way. When you look for the service in a situation that you find yourselves in, often you look for how it may serve your desires. You tell yourselves that it somehow is related to you getting what you want, even if what you want is more expansion. But ultimately, all things are in service to your having an experience of self. Therefore, it is always easy for you to find the service as long as you recognize that you are always what you are receiving. If that seems like a raw deal to you, then you are underestimating who and what you are. Nothing could be more magnificent than experiencing your true selves. You are talking about feeling who and what you are. We are talking about tuning yourselves to the majesty of your essence. And that is something to be desired. That is something worth seeking. Everything else in your reality that you desire to experience is really because you want more of who you are flowing through you. And it is easy for you to see how that is possible under certain conditions. But we tell you that all conditions are designed to give you that sensation, to give you that experience. When you shift your intention from getting something you want to feeling more of who you are and having the sensation of knowing yourselves fully, you can relax into the moment. When you do, you then create from that experience. You then create as your whole self. And what you can create is limitless, just like you. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. Take a moment. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. It only takes one moment of your time to recognize beauty. It only takes a moment of your time to live fully. It only takes a moment of your time to experience joy. You desire to live that way, but how often do you actually take a moment to experience joy, beauty, and your whole selves? And how often do you use a lack of time as your excuse? By living fully in the moment, you extend time. You create more time, and you need less. What do you need time for? Is it to get things done? And what will you do when all those things are done? You will likely find more things to do. Having taken the time to experience yourself fully in the moment, recognizing the beauty around you and experiencing the joy within you, you will notice that everything around you slows down to accommodate your new vibration. Your hectic, whirlwind lifestyles are not created by the environment where you are, the technology you have access to, or the number of people on your planet. Those lifestyles are created by choice. You can step out and step back in, but you cannot get away with using the excuse that there is not enough time, not when you create everything in your experience, including your concept of time. Take moments to appreciate beauty, feel joy, and tune in to your whole self, and those moments will become longer. And you will create the life that you thought you needed to claim through all that action, and you will know it. You will recognize it because you will be it. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. Room for growth. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. Always leave yourselves room for growth. See everything as perfect as it is, and yet know that growth will occur. You need not ever fulfill your every desire, every expectation, every intention for your lives, because if you did, your world would leave no room for growth. Many of you want to be further along in your evolutionary process than you currently find yourselves. You wonder why or how you could be stuck dealing with the same challenges that you have been for years and years and years. The purpose is not for you to get past something, to eliminate the need to ever experience it again. The point is for you to notice how different you are as you experience the same challenges over and over. So leave room for growth. Be willing to accept that where you are is the perfect place, and that where you are going draws more life through you than any sense of completion or perfection ever could. It takes great deal of that which you call patience with yourselves. You may be called upon to let go even more during those times when you may even feel like you are regressing or backsliding. That is the time to pull back and remind yourselves that this journey you are on is not about getting somewhere that you haven't been before. It is about being the you as you always have been, but sometimes forget. And that being will never be complete, will never stop growing, will never stop seeking for reasons to continue on. We are Michael, we are infinite, we are love. Honesty. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. Honesty is the best policy. It is more important now than ever for you to exist in the state of being that is your truth. Understand that we are making a distinction here. There is not one truth, but there certainly is your truth. And speaking your truth, living your truth, being in alignment with your truth is the honesty we are talking about here. We are not saying that you must tell everyone everything that you are thinking, but we certainly do encourage you to be honest with yourselves about how you are feeling. When you think of honesty, you often think of the honesty between two individuals or one individual in a group, but that form of honesty is only relevant in certain situations. Living in honesty, living your truth applies to all situations. This is not a question of right and wrong. This is not a conversation about how honesty is the moral or ethical way to live. This transmission is about how much you are willing to live in your truth. Now, your truth is always changing, and so we are not telling you to decide what your truth is and to stick to it forevermore. But we are telling you to recognize and acknowledge yourselves right where you are in every moment, regardless of whether that moment defies something you were, something you believed, something you said in some other moment in time. You do not have to be true to that version of yourself whose truth was different. In fact, we would encourage you to let go of any need for consistency over any period of time. Honesty means you have a willingness to be wrong. You can accept that a lack of consistency is actually quite liberating. You only need to be true to yourself in the moment, speaking your truth, feeling your feelings, and doing that which you believe is for your highest good. There is no place in your life for self-deception. You cannot live in that way and be your whole self. Even though you are all things, you are all perspectives, you still get to decide what your current truth is and live it out in the most joyous way that you can. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. To give. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. To give and release all expectations for gratitude or reciprocation is one of the many ways you have of knowing yourselves as source energy. Giving places value upon not only that which is given, but also upon the person who receives. When you give the gift, you give another a sense that they are worthy, that they matter, and that they are loved. Truly, there is no greater way of knowing yourselves as abundant than to give something that you have that feels valuable to you. Make no mistake about it, the real gift that you have to give is that of your true essence. But sometimes you have the opportunity to give something physical, something that another could use, and that is wonderful as well. By letting another give to you, you also give a gift. You give the gift of receiving and allowing the other to feel their benevolence and abundance. You often come to a place in your lives where you have more than enough, and you are presented with the opportunity to either cling to what you have or to give some of it away. We are not telling you that you must give, because if you are not feeling abundant, then giving what you have only amplifies that feeling. So many of you are witnessing a shift in the way that you exchange energy on your world. You want to be a part of that shift. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to give without expectation of receiving anything in return. That is much more effective than any demonstration you could partake in that is designed to point out the corruption or greed that is prevalent on your world. Be the change. Show others that there is another way. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. Waiting and living. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. Waiting for your ship to come in will leave you in a perpetual state of waiting. That which is on its way to you is on its way to you whether you call for it, beg for it, or wait for it. But when you spend your time waiting and wondering and wishing for something to come, for change, for a new life, you're not enjoying the life that you are living. And it is that enjoyment that you seek. That is what you believe exists on the ship and in the goodies that it carries. So how can you enjoy your life as it is, ship or no ship? We recommend giving yourselves that which you seek, that which you believe can only come to you from an outside source. If you're waiting for a lover, then love yourself. If you're waiting for the perfect job opportunity, then create that which you wish to do. You are waiting for the perfect bodily vehicle, then look upon your body through new eyes and see it as perfect just as it is. No one can give you that which you deny yourself. Be willing to look foolish as you live a life of joy in circumstances that defy that feeling. You're all capable of living the lives you want to live right now. You just have to stop waiting and start living. And when you do, you will find that the ship was there all along, that all it took for you to see it was to change your perspective. We are speaking literally here, and we want you to know that we are giving you a trick to fool the ship into arriving. We are asking you to see it and know it, that it exists within you. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. The flowering of Source. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. The creation that you are is a flowering of Source. You're not just created by Source, you are Source, and you are reaching out from that which is Source. You and Source are becoming together. You are stretching Source beyond where it has been before. We appreciate that which you are doing, and we know that Source does as well. One of the ways in which you can acknowledge yourselves for the gift that you are and the gifts that you give is by doing something you have never done before. By taking an action, you operate as Source, and you give Source a new experience of itself. So if you're not feeling your divinity, and if you're having a hard time even acknowledging that your divinity exists, then simply do something you have never done before and feel the way you come to that activity as more than what you knew yourself as. Feel the blossoming of the flower that you are. What you do is never as important as what you bring to what you do. So do not agonize over what you should do, because that will stall you every time, and you will deny yourself and Source what you came here to do and experience. You came here to have a physical experience as Source. So begin to see every action you take as an opportunity to know yourself as Source and to give Source more of what it came here for. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. Feel your divinity. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. There will be no test administered. There is no standard that has been set. You're all making up the rules as you go. So there's no need for any of you to worry about whether you are hitting all the right marks. The idea that you are being judged or measured against some standard has in some ways been carried over to the spiritual and New Age realm for religions. We do not want to take any shots here at religion. It serves many people. The one aspect of religion that keeps individuals separate and lower than God is this idea that there are rules set by God and standards that must be met. And we want all of you to leave that behind. We want all of you to acknowledge yourselves as that which you call God, and to recognize that this is somewhat of a game you are playing with yourselves. So when you look at yourself during meditation and decide you're not doing a very good job, just relax and laugh. This is not what meditation is about. It is not about achieving perfection, nor is yoga, nor is any spiritual practice. They're about enjoying your connection and knowing of self as divine. And if you are using them as such, then you get an A+ in our book. Any thoughts of not living up to a standard can easily be released by you now that you are aware that you sometimes do this. And now that you know that, the only thing worth doing at this point is all that encourages you to feel your connection and the spark of divinity within you. This is not a pass-fail examination. Enjoy the moments that you have. Enjoy the feelings as they come, and experience all that you are, however brief those moments are, however rarely they come. Be pleased with every glimpse. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. Your future. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. In case you were wondering, there's nothing for you to worry about. In case you are having some doubts about your future and the future of the world, you can set your mind at ease. You can rest assured that everything is being taken care of. You can let go of any need to control or know about your future. We invite you to see that which lies ahead of you as you do Christmas morning. When you wake up on Christmas morning, you understand that there are gifts that you will enjoy, but you do not know what those gifts are. Everything that you desire and everything that ultimately serves your greatest and highest good is being wrapped up in a pretty package with a bow. Now, you may have to wait till Christmas morning, but you can rest assured that the gifts are there, your requests have been received, and all is going according to plan. Have you ever noticed that the best things in life come when you don't expect them, and you haven't lifted a finger or tried to make any of it happen? And if you haven't noticed, then we suggest that you take an inventory and demonstrate to yourselves that what we are saying is true. The more you recognize how wonderfully and easily everything is unfolding for you, the less worry and doubt you carry, and the more you enjoy the gifts. But if you worry about whether or not the gifts are coming, all you do is trade your eager anticipation for fear. We are not giving you this message because there is something wrong with your worry and doubt. They are completely valid experiences for all of you. We are giving you this message so that you know you have a choice. The doubt, the worry, and the fear will always be there too. But from this point forward, we offer you the option of knowing, and we suggest you give it a try. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. The real emphasis here is that Michael's explaining that you're going through a metamorphosis. Your circumstances will change. Who you were yesterday is irrelevant. Who you were 10 years ago is a distant memory. There's not one of you who benefits from clinging to the past. It does not serve you and brings you less to be excited about. You are changing rapidly in this environment of the shift, now more than ever before, and the change that you experience is not as simple as just like changing your dress or your occupation. It is a metamorphosis. It changes everything, and Michael is asking us to trust that what we are changing into is more of what you have always known yourself to be. You cannot possibly get lost in this process. It is destiny. They advise us when troubles arise, it's to give us attention. We receive attention, it serves its purpose. The trouble itself is not important. It's just a way the illusion speaks to us. And that we are undergoing this process of expansion. And the circumstances that we have in our life are tools for that expansion. And becoming enlightened is not about understanding a concept, it's about holding more light. And they talk about desires, what our desires do for you. And we're going to move beyond our desires into a desire to know who we are and to become who we are. Michael claims again in these channelings that we are God. There is room for growth, that we are expanding. Michael talks about honesty, being honest to yourself being the most important aspect of this, not lying to yourself. That we're waiting, we're living, we're growing, we're becoming, and this is an ultimate flowering of Source. A Source is really about experiencing the world in a variety of different ways. That's what Source put us here to do. We are divine beings, and as we move into our future, we are finding this shift very much like we are waking up on Christmas morning. We know that gifts are coming to us, but we don't know what they are. It's that feeling right before Christmas that we should have as the shift comes. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com. And welcome to the reality revolution.